That's a mystery. By user Geek. I was sole tech support for a small but profitable company, only about 75 users. Mostly good people, trying hard, but a few special ones. We had a logistics manager that may have been good at logistics, but computer skills were definitely lacking. I'm a related case in point. He had over 50 GB of email in his inbox, no archives, no folders, just one big pile. And he didn't see any problems with that. Anyway, one morning about 9 AM or so, he calls and says his laptop screen just went black. I asked him to make sure he had a power adapter plugged in. Though, of course, I could not remote into the unit. He was at my site, just different building, so I said I'd be right over. So I dropped what I was doing and shot to his office. And there he was, paper towels in hand, wiping coffee off his desk. I picked up his laptop, tilted it to drain probably a quarter cup of coffee out onto his recently dried desk, of course. Looking him dead in the eye, I asked you didn't think spilling a full cup of coffee into your laptop had anything to do with the screen just went black. By God, I have IT, by user Geek. Same special user as this post. When COVID WFH hit, we were ready for it because I'd been monitoring other forums and saw the coming trend. Almost all already had laptops with VPN, just had to set up a few stragglers. Management/HR had minimal rules for work from home. You're all grown adults, act like it. But the company would not provide extra home equipment, no monitors or printers. But our happy logistics guy had to have a scanner/printer. He occasionally worked from home and never needed it, but by God, now he does. I passed it on to my boss, the CFO, and his boss, the CEO. They said just caved and said get him one. And you all know what it was like trying to source hardware. Anything reasonably priced was non-existent. All my regular vendors were MIA. Ended up going to Walmart, small town/closest big box was an hour away. And grabbed their literal ass AIO unit. And shipped it to him. Fast forward a couple of years and he hands in a resignation, greener pastures, whatever. On the list of equipment to come back to us was the AIO. And when I got it back, drumroll please, it was still factory sealed. I hate users sometimes. Funniest chat tech support session I ever received by user Framelpie. I don't have the original text, but I'll recreate it here. We thank you for contacting the tech support desk. How can I assist today? Customer, yes, I'm contacting you guys because I'm having a problem with my keyboard. Every time I press the user is disconnected from the chat ***. From a dumb user, I applaud your ability to remain sane. By user set ISO 138. During COVID, we were working from home. We had company laptops and could remotely log onto our work network securely. At some point, there was a required update. We were to read the user guide and sign up for a scheduled call during which several of us would interact with tech support to make sure all went well. The user guide was 96 pages, which intimidated me until I opened it and discovered that each page was a screenshot and literally one step. Like a separate page to click the link, a page for open the pull-down menu, a page for which item to select from the menu. It was a work of art. I was in awe. So I started working my way through the directions. I got to about halfway before the call started. I told support what step I was on and they said, "Great, let me know if you have trouble." I muted my mic and kept working my way through the directions while support spoke to the one other person on the call. U equals other user. T equals tech support. T, okay, did you click on the link in the email? U, where's my email? T, are you logged onto the network? U, how do I do that? T, is your computer turned on? What do you see on your screen? By this point, I had finished my install. I joined back in to verify that I had done everything correctly. Bright. Onward. Just before I exited the call. T, okay, open a tab in your browser. U, what is a browser? Friends, we had been working from home for several months. We all worked on computers when we had been in the office. I honestly don't know how the other user performed any of their job functions, ever. It was a huge company, so I don't know what they were supposed to be doing. Anyway, anonymous tech support, I applaud your professionalism. What's a browser? OMG. The truth hurts, but not as much as the 3 lies before it, by user Kevin Keenateen. Background. I work in support for a hosting provider in the Netherlands. We sell domains, host websites, manage DNS, and all that jazz. You get the idea. Since my main language is Dutch, thanks to Chat for making my story more English-friendly. Customer calls in, frustrated beyond belief. Says he has been on the phone 3 times already and is still having email issues. Cue me walking into the minefield completely unaware. The setup. Domain. With us. Website plus name servers. Waits. Email. Setup with Google Workspace. So in this triangle of hell, we control just the domain. We don't host the website. We don't manage the DNS. And we definitely don't touch his Gmail inbox. Enter the legends, dumb, dumber, and dumbest. I escalate the call to second line after gently explaining that we can fix it ourselves, but I'll gladly help him find what to fix. Of course, curiosity kills the cat, so I go back and listen to the previous 3 calls. That is when it hits me. What? The actual double hockey sticks. Dumb, yeah, no problem, sir, I'll get that fixed for you. Dumber, oh yes, leave it with us, I'll change the settings. Dumbest, I've escalated it internally. Someone will adjust the DNS shortly. Meanwhile, we don't even control the DNS. We wouldn't even be able to get anywhere near those records even if we wanted to. The name servers point to Wix. That means any DNS records, including the all-important MX for Google Workspace, need to be managed on the Wix side. Me on the actual call. Hey, I can change this for you, but I can walk you through where to look in your Wix account so you can update the Google Workspace records. Customer. Understandably pissed. What do you mean you can fix it? The others all said you could. Now I get it. I do. You've been told by 3 different reps that someone is going to fix it, only to have the 4th guy finally give it to you straight. That is not a good feeling. And honestly, I felt bad for the guy. He wasn't being difficult, he was being lied to, politely, and finally got hit with reality. Post-call and second line rep notes. Customer did not want to accept answer, and did call myself. Which technically true. But also a bit like rage quitting your own boss fight, am I right? Don't antagonize the customer which has been antagonized by us. Me post-escalation, reading the notes and hearing the calls. Dumb. Bummer. Dumbest. In what world did you think we could fix DNS records we don't even have access to? What did you think we were gonna do, hack access control panel? Cast DNS change via telepathy? Moral of the story. It is better to tell the truth once, even if it causes friction, than to build a Jenga tower of false promises and leave someone else to take the fall. Because when you finally hit the one rep who is honest, they don't look like the savior, they look like the bad guy. Even when they read the only one who actually helped. Customer had domain with us, site plus DNS with Wix, mail with Google. 3 reps promised the world. I told the truth. Second line bailed. And I learned that sometimes the hardest part of support is surviving the aftermath of other people's optimism.